We're back to wrap up the week and ease you on into the weekend. So nothing beats the weekend, right?
Everybody's working for it.
Hey, yo. Yeah, everybody's working for the weekend.
Yeah.
This is the Menacing Podcast, Casual Friday edition. And with me...
Is that why you're just sitting in your boxers?
That is... I didn't think you would notice.
That's too casual.
But they are Menacing Podcast branded boxers.
Oh.
They have our faces on it.
Why is mine on the back?
Don't worry about it. Custom made.
Fancy.
So you could have your own pair too if they existed. Thanks for tuning in. Share us with your friends, folks. You can find us anywhere podcasts are found. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, which is YouTube Music, Amazon Podcasts, and Audible.
There we go.
For all your audiobook listening pleasure, you can also get the podcast on there. Which is weird because Audible's owned by Amazon, which has Amazon Music, which has Amazon Podcasts, but they also have podcasts via Audible. This is the only podcast.
It sounds like a money grab.
It's
a pyramid scheme.
That's what it is. Pyramid scheme. Yeah, they used to have so many free podcast listening options. Now it's all behind a paywall.
Yeah, except for this one. You can listen to it for free.
For now.
Yeah, we might be switching that. We're in the talks with people and things, and we're getting some things going.
You can, though, still find it on different sources that are free, I think. I don't actually know what they are. Because Stitcher shut down.
Oh, yeah,
that was a free one. Google Podcasts shut down.
Well, isn't Spotify free?
There's a free tier. I don't know if it gets podcasts with it.
I think it does, because I think I've listened to I've seen our podcast on that.
Oh, it is.
I think my wife listens to our podcasts on Spotify.
Oh,
when she listens.
When she listens, which is every time, right?
Yeah, no. Listen to this.
Okay.
Okay, so every once in a while, I'm like, babe, have you checked in on the podcast? Just to see, what her thoughts are. And she claims to be a fan. I'm like, cool. But have you listened? And she goes, yeah, I've listened to some. And I'm like, okay, at least you're being honest. But then she'll tell me that she's listening to our podcast on Spotify. And then she'll send me. She's done this twice now. And I don't know what she's trying to tell me or what she's trying to tell us. But she'll send me this picture, this screen snap or screenshot of a different podcast.
Okay.
And it's Grind in Silence. I guess it's supposed to be a weekly motivation. And she goes, this is really good. You should listen to it.
What?
Like, okay, but did you listen? She goes, yeah, but it came up right after yours, so I just listened to that, and it's super good. I'm like, what did you think about...
We need that review for our podcast.
What about our podcast?
So, I mean, this brings up a great subject, Brent. If you're in need of a place of your own because your wife refuses to endorse your podcast.
Oh, yeah, my own space.
If you need to get your own house, that's like old days they used to sleep in the separate beds. I actually know somebody who endorses that for married couples, by the way, to help preserve your marriage. So we're taking it to a next level where you need a separate house. You can find that house with Hetkowski Realty. There was Century 21. They will put you in that house of your dreams. Hetkowski Realty. And I'll throw out the number because I'm prepared.
Oh, okay.
616-745-1949. Get in touch with Hetkowski Realty. Mike and Renee, great team over there. They will get you in the house that you are looking for.
Yeah.
And get you away from your wife who does not endorse your podcast.
Right. Or at least, yeah.
But claims she loves you.
Yeah. She claims that she endorses, but then sends you screenshots of other podcasts that you should be listening to.
Talk is cheap.
Yeah. Screenshot my podcast to me.
Yeah, and how is there a podcast that comes up after ours? There is nothing like this podcast.
There isn't.
You're having a conversation with your two best buds. 3 when Josh is here. But your two best buds, Brent and Russ.
Yeah. What could be better?
Nothing. Nothing could be better.
And actually, that's very true, because if you listen on iTunes, when it says if you like this, you might also like this. There's nothing else that you could like.
Not a darn thing.
Nope. I don't know how that is on Spotify. I don't think there is.
I'm going to look it up a minute because I'm
Okay.
actually curious.
Because if you can't even match us, if you can't be us, I mean...
We couldn't find anything.
Yeah, there we go.
That's when I go more like this, it goes, we couldn't find anything.
So we can't... So all the technology in the world can't even find another podcast like us. So you are sitting with your two best friends.
Darn right. Hey, nice job to our Spotify listeners, though. We've gone up from a 4.3 star rating to a 4.4.
Ooh, they're trying to really
Get back in our good graces.
Yeah, they're really trying to knock out the iTunes ranking.
Yeah, you really rile them up when you say that the iTunes ranking is...
Oh my
higher.
goodness. Speaking of technology and all that,
Okay.
I found out where you got your hatred for Apple this week.
What?
This past week.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Just by the fact, I mean, it's that they make terrible products, overpriced garbage.
You mean consumer friendly? No, from the one that gave birth to you.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I was talking with your mother behind your back.
Okay. It seems about right.
I was telling on you.
Also a listener. Hi, Mom. Love you.
I was telling her that you were being mean to me and that you were bullying me, and then she couldn't keep a straight face. She's like, I know my son.
She knew it was true. She's like, yeah, where do you think you got that from?
Yeah. I was like, whoa. Yeah, no, I was talking to her, and I said something about phones, and she goes, why would you have an Apple?
I love my mother. She's a wonderful woman.
And I'm pretty sure your father was standing there. I'm pretty sure he has an Apple.
He does have an Apple.
a
Yes, we have a
house
divided
divided.
family, and my father and sister are iPhone users. My mother and I are Samsung users.
That's why I get along really well with your dad and your sister, even though I've only talked to her twice.
But you get along with her really well.
Yeah. It wasn't uncomfortable when I was talking to her. It was just... There was a... You know what? That's why I get along with your dad and your sister.
Yeah. Just leave it at that.
Actually, no, I do love your mom. A little bit less now that I know where you get your affinity for Apple.
Good products?
Oh, yeah. No.
Huh.
But yeah, that was interesting to find out. I was like, whoa. It was like I was talking to the female version of you.
Okay, let's take it easy there, pal. No need for name calling. Wow.
Hey, it's been a week.
It has.
And last week we did, obviously, some marriage advice. So I wanted to kind of touch base with you. How did the wedding go for you?
Well, I didn't get married.
Well,
I've
yes,
been
but
married
you were-
for
yeah.
a couple years now.
Yeah. Well, I think we clearly established that
Oh,
last
okay.
thing.
I didn't know.
But no, how did being in the wedding and all that go for you?
It actually went quite well.
All right.
It was a beautiful day.
Yeah.
Sunny, but also there was a nice cool breeze because it was an outdoor wedding.
Yeah.
Whoever comes up with that stuff, I should chastise Josh when he comes back on the podcast, which is hopefully next week.
Yeah.
We'll see. But overall, it went very well. It was a great time. Yeah, I can't really.
I did hear a rumor
Oh,
that you ate a vegetable.
I don't think so. That sounds like a smear.
It's a
So that sounds like.
smear pain. Yeah.
I did have salad.
I
That's got vegetables in it, doesn't it?
guess yes. Yeah.
But don't worry, I drowned it in dressing.
There you go. Take away
So
all that.
all of those veggies were useless.
Yeah. All right. Well, I heard correctly. I just didn't realize that you saturated it in.
You should have known.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
at that
really
point,
should
it's
have.
on you.
Yeah.
Delicious food, though.
Yeah.
There was fried chicken,
Yep.
some meatloaf.
Salisbury.
Was it Salisbury steak?
Yeah.
Is there a difference, I guess? I don't know if there's a difference between Salisbury steak and meatloaf.
The sauce.
Is it okay? I'm sorry. Wow. My apologies. They had like a mac and cheese side, which I love mac and cheese.
Of course you do. You're 3 years old.
Absolutely.
That's why I kept hearing this rumor at the wedding that there was some dude going up to the open bar asking for apple juice the entire night. Now I know it's you. There's no kids there.
I prefer apple juice. But my wife, it drove her nuts when we were dating.
Oh, okay.
Because I used to just buy those like Velveeta cheese mac and cheese cups. That was what I lived off those things. So good. Not real cheese. Just fairly. I wouldn't even know if it could just be plastic that melted over it.
Yeah. So you're still trying to pass that, huh?
Yeah, that's still working its way through the system.
So you were the poor guy. Instead of going with the ramen, you went with the mac.
I can't do. Is it
ramen?
Ramen.
Oh, I love ramen.
I can't do ramen.
That MSG hits you.
That enhances the flavor.
It hits you so different.
What does MSG stand for? Isn't that a type of car? An MG?
No. It's some type of salt, I guess. I don't know. Somebody's going to write in and be like, MSG.
I think it's what it says stand for monosodium glutamate.
There we go.
I didn't even look it up.
Look at you.
Brent, can you confirm?
Yeah, he didn't.
There was no looking it up.
No, he did not look that up. It was completely false, but he did not look that up.
I made up most of those words.
They're not even scientific.
What is mono? Anyways, that's a sickness.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
No. That's why you don't want MSG.
Exactly.
But yeah, oh my goodness, that stuff just hits different. I'm not huge on mac and cheese.
Really? Why not?
I don't know.
You just don't like things that taste good. That
No.
Just like with phones, you don't like things that work well. You
like No, I just I've never really been a huge Mac guy. Well, no. Computers. Computers.
What are we talking about here? Yeah.
Not mac and cheese.
Even if you go to like a restaurant, they've got like the mac and cheese with the chicken in it and all the fancier like crispy onions on it, or even barbecue sauce in it.
So maybe if you mix some crunch in there, I'd be a little bit more like, all right.
I got it.
Okay.
Here's what you got to do.
Okay.
There's a restaurant called the Pit Stop.
Sounds interesting already.
They do a lot of smoked meats.
Okay.
Brisket.
Oh, love me some brisket.
And they have a dish called smack and cheese.
Oh. Am I going to be able to eat this before you even suggest it?
Well, I would check the ingredients first, because I'm starting to wonder. There's a good chance you will be able to eat it. But definitely check the ingredients, because there are certain things there that you cannot eat.
Yeah. Go have some mac and cheese.
I don't think it has any meat in it, though.
Oh,
It's just delicious, like a smoked mac and cheese.
See, you know what? I have had smoked mac and cheese, and that isn't bad.
Okay.
That isn't bad. I don't like sit down and I'm like, can I get a bowl of mac and cheese, babe? Babe. Mac and cheese, please. Babe, mac and cheese. She goes, kids, mac and cheese. Baby, you're going to have some? No. I'm not a child.
I'm a grown man.
Yeah, make me some oatmeal, please.
Instant, please.
And none of that blueberry stuff. I want the maple syrup and brown sugar.
That's the best one. How is that? That's the best one.
Of course we would be on the same page with that. It's just what it is.
Yep. We just have to accept it at some point. Can't fight it.
Yeah, somebody's got to accept it. But yeah,
but we don't agree on mac and cheese or phones.
Yeah,
so we've got that going for us.
So we're different people.
Exactly. We just wear the same clothes, but we're different. Different people. We just say the same jokes at the same time on occasion, but we're different people.
Yeah, we absolutely are. We haven't ever switched places with our wives and tricked them, but we're different. That sounds really scandalous.
Yeah, where are you going with that one, bud?
I was just meaning that our wives couldn't tell us apart. That was it. Ooh, we're getting some hate mail from that.
Yeah, thanks. This is going to be a conversation now.
Don't-
So I don't appreciate Brent's humor sometimes.
Don't worry, she's behind.
She'll never get to this episode anyway. But when she does, I'm going to be in big trouble and you might not hear from me for a while.
Yeah, well, who knows if it'll still be rolling.
I'll be rolling.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Just-
into your grave.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
So, what do you got for us outside of wedding? Well, I had the wedding information.
Yeah.
I just threw it to me from the beginning.
Yeah.
I see how you roll.
Yeah, because I just wanted your take because you were in it. And
What did you think?
I thought it was pretty good. I whistled at the groom and made him blush, which is weird. You shouldn't make a man shouldn't make a groom blush on his wedding day.
It was weird that the bride was like, "You want him?" She was very quick to.
Yeah. She's like, "I got a
him
dress
off.
for you," and I was like, "Maybe."
You understand?
It is a very nice looking dress.
Yes, very nice.
Of course, you're kind of shorter than me, so it'll be more like a cocktail dress on me. So
Hey, you know what? If you got the goods,
getting the party started.
show them off.
Yeah, it was fun. We got to see some people. We got to see some people that we haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah.
My wife and I.
You haven't seen your wife in a while?
Yeah, no, she ran away.
Somehow she got that chain off.
Yeah, she gnawed through something. The chain actually. She's like, I'm keeping my foot. But But it was fun because we saw some guys from the bachelor party, and they were pretty cool guys. And shout out, fellas, you know who you are if you're listening. If you're not listening,
They should have. You sold them on the podcast, so they should be listening to it.
Absolutely. And then it was, like I said, it was really fun. I actually almost used the wrong words right there, so I'm glad I caught myself. But your sister and I were talking, and I got her onto a new true crime podcast. Not even our podcast.
You couldn't get her on this podcast, but you definitely sold her on a new true crime podcast. You're doing great on the marketing.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we're going to be able to call you the marketing manager anymore.
I don't think we ever did.
Well, we're not going to now.
But I'm out there, spreading the word. Maybe not our word, but
You're spreading
other people.
the word on podcasts somewhere.
Yeah.
Somebody's listening to a new podcast because of Brent. It's not ours.
Yeah. So you're welcome to that podcast. I'm not going to say it because then I feel like we're going to lose listeners.
Yeah, we don't want... There's competition out there. I know Spotify says there's nothing like our podcast, but we still have competition in the podcast sphere.
Yeah. And
Those true crime shows...
they're taking over the world.
Yes, everybody loves them. They even make TV shows about them.
It is so crazy. And... Excuse me.
Yeah, there you go.
Weird burp.
We'd leave a nice long pause there.
It's for effect. Maybe if you're in show business, you know what it was for.
Oh, ouch. Okay. Easy killer.
But mostly women listen to it. And the joke is they're just plotting out their husband's murder.
Which we know
It's
from an
very
episode we did, right? Where your wife was looking at brochures for open houses at funeral homes.
Yeah, it's open and obvious for her.
Yeah.
So, I know it's coming. I don't blame her. I'll actually put in my will, if you find that she did murder me, don't hold her accountable. I deserved it.
Well, that's actually true, and I can attest to that. I'll be a character witness for your wife. No, he kind of deserved it. Listen to this podcast. You'll see the kind of guy he was.
You know what, though? I want you carrying my casket, because I want you to let me down one more time.
I'm going to drop you one more time.
Well, whatever. Let down, drop.
So you guys got it? It's heavy. Guys, can you... Guys, pick up. Lift. In a jerking style with your back.
Yeah.
Keep your legs completely out of the equation.
He used to tell me that. He helped. He worked out with me once in a while. He always said left with the back, not with the legs.
Yeah, that's how I was taught.
Yeah. And that's proper form.
That's what I thought. Exactly.
When I see people in the gym and they like lift with their legs, I'm like, bro, do you even lift?
Do you even lift? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I say to them at the gym too.
Well, and then they look at you and they're like, bro, you must lift. So yeah, I get it.
All that mac and cheese to my mouth.
Carbo loading.
Yeah, you know it. Ooh, healthy.
Yeah. But it was getting back to the wedding. It was kind of nice. The music and the food were kind of separate, so it wasn't like the dining area was crammed full of people who wanted to dance. You could like go to a different.
I thought that was really cool. Yeah, the dancing was separated out.
And you know what was really creative is because it was on like a farm. They had an old silo where they took off the walls, and they left a little bit of the roof on, and they turned it into an open bar. And I thought that was pretty cool. I liked it.
I'm just glad there was an open bar.
What's that?
I'm just glad there was an open bar.
Oh yes, that was. They were a little heavy on the ice and the soda. It's like no, buddy. More whiskey than anything else.
Oh, I found it the opposite.
Really?
Yeah.
It's because you were part of the wedding.
That's special instructions.
Oh, you can hook me up, huh? I tried grabbing your dad and mom a drink. And they're like, no, if there isn't, your mom told me one drink. I forgot what it was. But I asked, they're like, no, we don't have it. I was like, okay. So I grabbed them waters and brought it back.
I would say my dad drinks beer, and my mom really doesn't drink. Except for that one drink, apparently.
Yeah. I forgot what it was.
Probably isn't even real. She was just sending in a wild goose chase.
I know. She probably told me a drink and then just snickered at your dad. It's not even real.
Look at this idiot.
I did scare the boo-hoo out of your mom, though.
Oh, no. Why?
Because it was funny.
Oh, okay.
And I know this to be true because your dad and your sister busted a gut. And actually, it was to ask them if they wanted a drink.
My word.
I walked up behind your mom. Because
poor mother dies of a heart attack, and everybody got to laugh at least.
Yeah. Everybody died laughing.
But Brent was a killer at the wedding.
Yeah. But I walked up behind her, and I just put my head down close to where her head was, and I was like, hey. She just, poof.
Lucky she didn't punch her.
I've had people.
It would have been worth it.
Yeah. For the laugh, absolutely. It's always like any bodily harm for a laugh. I'm willing to risk that for a laugh. If you throw something at me because I scare you or something, worth it to me. Because I love to see that horror on your face after I scare you. It's
good to know.
Yeah. I'm willing to take that slap or punch or whatever. If you kick, weird. Like, if you kick, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna talk about your childhood. Because who kicks if they're scared?
I feel like a lot of people would.
No,
wouldn't they?
Why would you? You take away one of your mobilities to get out of there. You can't get out on one leg unless you're used to.
Well, what do they do? Are they like chopping your leg off when you go to kick?
No. I'm just saying, like, if you get scared, most of the time people want to run.
What if you're a kickboxer?
What if you would still probably leave.
That's
with
like
a
all
punch.
you've got.
Just legs.
Just legs. You're a kickboxer.
Yeah, and up top stumps.
Yeah.
Well, okay, if you're a kickboxer, I get that. It's gonna hurt. But if I scared you, I'm still going to be laughing.
You could do like a cool, like, kick off them and propel yourself away.
Like a kung fu movie.
Yeah.
All right.
I saw it in Kung Fu Panda.
There we go. Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Okay, let's try to keep away from the lawsuits here.
So, yeah, it was kind of fun. But we still haven't seen Josh. Have you talked to him?
Who?
Yeah. Josh.
Yeah. I've talked to him.
Oh, okay. So he's still alive.
I mean, it could have been her from his account. You're the one who listens to True Crime.
Got it, buddy.
It's like Aurora Borealis all over again. True Crime Podcast.
Yeah. Praying mantis over there. Destroys the man after
Yes.
coitus.
Right. Just a little nature tip there for you.
Speaking of nature, there was also animals at the wedding.
There were. They had some donkeys.
Yeah.
And some goats.
Yep. The donkeys were showing the bride and groom tips and tricks of the trade.
Did that actually happen? Did they actually go to town?
I'm pretty sure your dad or one of your relatives said, I saw it. Oh, I think it was your sister.
Oh, that makes sense. She's a degenerate.
Oh, my goodness. Good thing she doesn't listen.
I hope she does. Somebody needs to tell her.
You know what was really weird, though, too? At the wedding, I heard somebody yell out sibling dance.
Weird. I think...
No. You know what's really sad, though, is why didn't you go up and dance with your sister?
Why?
Because somebody said sibling dance.
Yes, I know who that somebody was. I was nearby them.
Josh should have danced with his sister. You should have danced with your sister.
We were the only.
My sister wasn't there.
No, oh no, convenient from the guy who suggested the sibling dance.
I do like how somebody suggested that. I saw both of your faces.
You keep saying somebody suggested that.
Yeah,
we know who the one who suggested it was.
No, it wasn't. But you both shot your head around to that person and gave the exact same look. On your face. Couldn't tell you two apart.
Okay. Why is there so much name calling happening right now? First my mother, now my sister.
I can't help it that you guys all look alike. Yes, and by that I mean Dutch people.
I can't argue with you. You're not wrong.
Oh my goodness. No, it was fun. But anyways.
Oh no, keep going. You're having a grand time, apparently.
Well, I was talking to your mom, and we're gonna probably have a birthday party for you.
Oh, for crying out loud! My birthday was a while ago.
It doesn't matter. We're still gonna have one for you.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, you're not gonna. You're not even gonna. Be
I'm
there.
not even invited. No,
you're not invited. But like, hey, where's the birthday boy? Oh, did somebody say food? Let's go.
There's food. I'd be there.
Oh, of course you would be. I'll take a picture and send it to you.
It's gonna be all mac and cheese. That's how we do that.
I still see you in your early 30s with mac and cheese, giving yourself a little mustache. You have a cheese stash.
Smiling for the camera.
Yeah, and cheese just all over. You look like the Joker.
Shirtless with a bib on and a diaper.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, speaking of that.
Yeah?
Bib, with a bib, shirtless, and a diaper.
We talking about Biden?
You got me. You took my... Dude. No, I'm just kidding. I was at a Meijer today.
Okay.
And I was...
Isn't it Myers?
No.
Well, that's gonna get some people there. That's gonna trigger some...
Somebody just swerved into somebody on the road.
Well, I agree people at that one. That's where we crossed the line.
How dare you?
Actually, a little side thing. Hold on, sorry. I follow, and I'm followed by Peter Meyer on Twitter.
Yeah.
X. Great guy. I love Peter Meyer. Used to be a representative congressman from Michigan. But he was posting something about a grocery store having, I forget exactly the topic. That wasn't important. But he was posting something on a grocery chain. And I retweeted it. And in my snarky style, I was like, what does this guy know about supermarket chains? And then I had like a little, like I was having somebody whisper in my ear. And I'd be, oh, isn't that Myers? With an S. Just to piss everybody off.
That's great.
So anyways, that's, yeah.
I do enjoy that because anybody from the Midwest that knows the store Meijer, it's just Meijer. But everybody in the Midwest, or everybody in our state, says, yeah, I went to Myers.
I don't understand it. There's no S on there. It's Myers. Wait, no, it's Meyer. Dang it. There's no S. You're tripping me up.
I'm like, how many Myers did you go to?
Yeah.
See, I used it properly then. And they look at me. I've said that I've asked people that. And they look at me and they're like, I just went to one. I'm like, oh, so you went to Meijer? And they're like, all right, you condescending little. Look at you.
So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your riveting tale.
So I went to Meijer today, and I had to go use the restroom.
How many?
Well, I just said Meijer, so just one.
The joke doesn't work then.
So I went to go use the restroom, and I'm walking into the little restroom cove, and you have your unisex, and then you have your women and men. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the unisex one. I didn't. I went to the men's because the dude feels like a dude today. And I was leaving, and I look at the signs. Okay, it says, employees, please wash your hands. If you've, all that stuff. I look at those signs, and I was leaving, and I looked, and there's a little sign underneath the unisex sign, and it says, adult diaper changing station in here.
I beg your pardon? I'm sorry, did you just say adult?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm curious enough to look.
Why?
Because I want to see how big this changing table is for an adult. Number one. Number two, if it's comfortable enough, I'm taking a nap.
Absolutely.
But why? What? An adult changing table threw me off. It really threw me off. Because in the men's room, there was a sign on the handicap stall where it says, change your table in here, like for a child. But when it said an adult, I was perplexed.
That's a bit of a shocker.
Yeah, I was like...
That's a double take.
Yeah, I did have to double take that. I was a little confused. I really wanted to look. I didn't want to interrupt anybody if they're getting changed.
Yeah.
That would be rude. But seriously, grow up, people. Change your own diapers. You shouldn't have to have a table.
Well, there you go. Is it just a table? I feel like
don't know.
At that point, you have like a luxury, lounge of some sort.
I wonder how many employees go in there and just lay down on it.
Just napping in the... I don't think you'd want to nap on that.
Including the changing table.
Is it supposed to be brown? I thought they said it.
What's going on this thing? You know what? I don't want to know.
The less I know, the better.
Yeah, exactly. It just, yeah. And so if you guys, if the listeners, if you guys see a sign like that, please take a picture. Any funny sign like that. Take a picture, send it to us. I'd love to see how many funny signs we can get onto our Facebook or
Absolutely.
X.
Agreed.
Out in the wild.
Yeah,
but don't take them from other sites. I want you in person to take the picture.
Yeah, don't just Google funny signs.
Yeah.
We could do that.
Yeah.
Us two idiots could pull that off.
Well, let's not get carried away.
Brent could figure that out on his own with his Apple.
Ooh, there it is.
But we want you, if you're on location, like in my hometown, when you approach a speed bump, it's got a sign that says slow speed bumps, which is really sad because even the speed bumps are slow in the town.
Man. How do they know they're slow?
Maybe they give them math problems to try to figure out.
Yeah. Math is difficult.
I
hear. I'm pretty genius at it.
Yeah, Brent actually is a whiz at math.
Yeah. No questions though, because I don't like to show off.
No,
I like to stay home.
Better things to talk about on the podcast than Brent's wicked math skills.
Absolutely wicked.
Which we are at the end of the Friday episode.
Oh.
That went right.
That went
quickly.
That went way too quick.
But we'll be back next Wednesday with an all-new episode. Have a good weekend, folks. Send us your thoughts, any topics you want us to talk about, any trivia questions. Send it to menacingpodcast@gmail.com, and you will hear it on this podcast. So, what do you got?
Don't forget to send us a voicemail.
We have that option. Who knows who will appear on the voice messages? We'll see. Thanks for listening, folks. Have a good weekend.